A very good morning, students. Welcome to Math Solutions by Aman Sodhi. You can search this channel as Math Solutions by Aman Sodhi even on YouTube. Our today's topic is surface area and volume, which is a very important topic for class 8. In today's topic, we are going to discuss the formula and the methodology that we are going to apply for the surface area and volume. And the entire exercise 11.3 and 11.4 is based on this topic. So let's begin with surface area and volume. When we talk about surface area and volume, the main 3D shapes that are involved in your syllabus are a cuboid, a cube, and a cylinder. Now, coming on to a cuboid has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Similarly, when we talk about a cube, if the length, breadth, and height of all the three of the cuboid are equal, then it becomes a cube. So, in cube, it is a 3D shape for a square in which each of the side is same, and it has also got 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Coming on to a cylinder is a shape in which the center portion, when you open the center portion, this will come out to be a rectangle, and the top and the bottom base are taken to be a circle. So when we combine these three shapes, the top and bottom as a circle, and when we fold a rectangle, then we get the shape of a cylinder. So in today's video, we are going to discuss the surface area and volume for all these three 3D shapes. Coming on to the surface area, now there are two kinds of questions which are based on surface area. One depends on the total surface area and the other depends on the lateral surface area. Before you start solving the questions, it is very important to understand the difference between these two. So one by one, for cuboid, for cube, and for cylinder, we will discuss these three. Coming on to a surface area of a cuboid, let's talk about the total surface area. Now, as we all know, in a cuboid, there are 6 faces. When all the areas of each face is calculated and all the areas are added together, the answer that we get gives us the total surface area. Now, here, as you can see in one of the figures, all the 6 faces are shown. And since in a cuboid, we have a length, we have a breadth, and we have a height. So, when we take one face at a time, each of these faces is in the shape of a rectangle. And we know that the formula for area of a rectangle is length multiplied by breadth. Similarly, if you take the side face, in this case, we will take the dimensions breadth and we will take the dimension of height, which will give us the area of this face as breadth multiplied by height. Obviously, the opposite area to this will also be breadth multiplied by height. The area for the front face is going to be length multiplied by height, and similarly the area on the back side will also be length multiplied by height. The area for the top and the bottom surfaces will be same, which in this case will be taken as length multiplied by breadth. So when you combine the area of all the 6 faces and you add them all together, this is the formula that you are going to get. The total surface area of a cuboid is given by 2 multiplied by product of length and breadth plus product of breadth and height plus product of height and length. This formula is going to be used again and again while you are solving the questions for exercise 11.3. Coming on to the lateral surface area of a cuboid, when the top and bottom are not included, we include only the 4 walls or the 4 sides of the cuboid, then it gives us the lateral surface area. So if you compare the previous shape, in this case, if we exclude the value of length and breadth from the top and bottom, that means we are not including the top and the bottom faces, then we get the area of the 4 faces, which is called the lateral surface area. The common term that is used for lateral surface area is area of the 4 walls. So in a room in which you are sitting, there are 4 walls, and if generally we are asked the questions how much area is required to paint all the 4 walls. So in such a case, we are going to calculate the lateral surface area, which is given by the formula 2h multiplied by L plus B. And it is very important to keep in mind that while solving the questions, all the dimensions, whether it is for length or breadth or height, all of them should be in same units. Coming on to the next surface area now. The surface area of a cube. Now, since in a cube we know that all the faces are equal, so that means the length and breadth and height, all of them are represented by the same symbol. Let us take all of them as L. So if we replace the first formula, that is the total surface area of a cuboid, and in that we take the length, breadth and height all to be equal, then the surface area of a cube will come out to be 6L square, and the lateral surface area of a cube will come out to be 4L square, where L is representing where each side of the cube. Coming on to a cylinder now. In a cylinder, as we have told you, the top and the bottom surfaces are in the face of a circle, and the center part, which is also known as the curved surface, when we open this curved surface we get it in the shape of a rectangle. Now since the boundary or the perimeter or the circumference as we call it of the circle, when we open this circumference it becomes the length of this rectangle and the height becomes the breadth of this rectangle. And we know that the formula for area of rectangle is length multiplied by breadth, that means 2 pi r multiplied by h. So the curved surface area of a cylinder, that means when we are talking only about the center portion, we are not including the upper and the lower portion for this, or the top and the base are not included, only the middle portion or the curved surface is included. So the curved surface area is given by 2 pi r h. Then coming on to the total surface area of a cylinder, in this case we are going to include the top and the bottom faces also, which are in the shape of a circle. The top surface area is given by pi r square, and similarly for the bottom surface also the area is given by pi r square. So when we combine all these three areas, the first one, that is the curved surface area, plus the area of the top plus the area of the bottom. So let us combine all these three. You'll get 2 pi rh plus pi r square plus pi r square again, or in the next step we can write this as 2 pi rh. Since pi r square and pi r square are like terms, so these can be added, so we get 2 pi r square here, or from these two we can take 2 pi r common. So when we take 2 pi r common, the formula becomes 2 pi r in brackets h plus r. So this gives us the total surface area of a cylinder. So here we can see the formula. One formula, the first one is for the total surface area of cylinder, and the second one gives us the curved surface area, which includes only the middle part of the cylinder. So these formula are going to be extensively used, and there are certain questions in exercise 11.3 and 11.4. The questions like area of the walls, whitewashing the wall, finding the cost of whitewashing, or the questions based on road roller or cylindrical containers or cylindrical tanks, or the side when the surface area is given. So all these kind of questions we are going to cover based on the surface area. Similarly, coming on to the volume of these three shapes, there are the basic formula that will be used for exercise 11.4. For example, for volume of a cuboid, that the formula volume definitely refers to the कैपेसिटी ऑफ समथिंग, आप किस चीज़ में कितना स्टोर कर सकते हो, कितनी उसकी कैपेसिटी है, दैट refers to the volume. So when we are talking about the volume of a cuboid, the volume is calculated by length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height, and in a cube all these three become same, so the volume of cube is given by L cube. And coming to the volume of a cylinder, its formula is given by pi r square h. Now since in a cuboid or a cube or a cylinder, all the three will have the units for volume as either centimeter cube, or the units will be given as meter cube, depending on what are the units for length, breadth or height, or what are the units for each side in a cube, or what are the units for radius and height in a cylinder. So these are the units that are going to be used. I hope the concept of surface area and volume is clear to you, because it is very very important to understand the difference whether you have to find the surface area or volume in a given question. Now for volume, the kind of questions that we are generally get in the exam are number of boxes that you have to calculate in a godown, or how many small cubes can be placed inside a larger cuboid, or what if the milk tank is in the form of a cylinder, what is its capacity, how much milk can be stored in it. Sometimes we need to find the cost also. Sometimes the questions are based on a cuboidal reservoir or a cuboidal shaped tank. So all these kind of questions which are there in the exercise 11.4, and of course we are going to do some extra questions also based on that. So all these questions I will cover in my next video. Till then, keep watching. Thank you.